Next, we have the sign of Libra. Hello, Libra. Well, you're the you're the person that gets all the emphasis this month. I mean, after all, this full moon is happening in Libra. And it's not the first full moon you've experienced. There was that full moon that happened on the 20th of March, which really was a huge full moon. It caused a lot of havoc in a lot of lives of a lot of people. And a lot of changes have occurred between that new moon and the full moon of Aries that was on the 6th. And then, from that new moon to now, which is the new full moon. So this is happening in your first house. And, you know, Libra deals with partners and partnerships of all kinds. And normally I would think, wow, it would be great if this was happening in your seventh house, but it's happening in the house of you. And it's telling me that it's time for you to take stock of yourself and put yourself first and think of yourself before you think of others. This time around, when the moon is full in Libra, it's about you thinking about yourself, but I hopefully um, hopefully in a decent way, that you're not um, sitting on the rights of others. I wow. It's hard for me to say this because I don't like bringing it up, but on the last Libra full moon, I had a cousin who was a Libra who killed his Sagittarius mother on the full moon, or leading up, like the void, of course, leading up to the full moon. I think it was like the 18th or 19th. And so I just want you to be aware that these partnership issues are real. It could have been that there were some past issues with his mother from years gone by. It could have just been greed. But either way, just know that the issues that crop up with the full moon in Libra, excuse me, I'm wheezing. These are very serious issues that are cropping up in Libra. Okay, so please be aware of it. This is the end of a cycle, and it really started back on the 20th. So whatever you've been dealing with over the last month, you may feel the culmination of that now on the 19th and 20th. You may be feeling it as early as now because the full moon is actually occurring at 29 degrees, but it's going to be going through your first house up until it hits 29 degrees. And so you may already, as of today or tomorrow, begin feeling this emphasis that's going to be in your first house. You might feel a little bit more emotional. You might feel like you have more emotional outbursts. So just be aware of this, that if you feel a little frazzled, or you feel a little emotional, or you feel like you're out of balance, it's because it's the full moon happening in your first house of you. And you really are probably out of balance. And, just sit it through or wait it out until after this full moon is over. And you really may feel this a great deal because the North Node is going to be on your 10th house, and Saturn and Pluto are down on your 4th house. So, and Chiron and Mercury, um, and I believe Venus are on its way to your 7th house. So these are the angles. This is serious. You'll feel this, I'm sure. I would say take this day to take care of yourself, even if it means staying home, pampering yourself, and, do stuff to make you happy that day. Take care of you, nurture you. Okay. That's what I think you should do that day, Libra. Much luck to you, Libra.